What is battlecourt Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
mate. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point
win.
set and match.
Point set and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A battlecourt game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battlecourt Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battlecourt Jai-Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jai-Alai. Live from Jam Arena, tonight's game day will feature the Chargers and Warriors. And with that, I'd like to welcome everybody back to another edition of the Spring 26 Battlecourt season. I'm Andrew Blackman, joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you tonight's contest between the Chargers and Warriors. Getting right into it here with a Division 4 doubles match. That'll bring out Iturbide and Robin for the Chargers and Alex and Bueno for the Warriors. 2 of the better teams in Division 4 doubles, and there's the serve to get the action started.
Alex picks the first serve. Splitter caught on the forehand of Robin. Robin sidearm carom stays in and scores. Well done. Chargers first up on the board here. Today's first match. Iturbide has the serve.
Well, an
So
aggressive
Robin.
start there for Alex.
Yeah.
I mean, picked the serve, but I think Robin was kind of understanding what he was seeing out there. Knew Alex was going to be aggressive and made him pay, committing to the inside a little too early.
Robin reaching overhead makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Bueno from the 9 line. To the inside it goes. Robin again. Alex in the backcourt, reaching behind him, has a tip ball. That's the second point for Iturbide and Robin. Iturbide serves. Alex, an aggressive player. Some of the more aggressive front quarters will move further into the back, but when you're reaching behind you, it's a little far.
And Bueno's been really solid in the 5th division. He's had a great season, undefeated in singles, and has been great behind both Alex and Douglas in the substitute role.
Bueno at the side wall, backhand from the 9 line. Robote forehand to the outside. Lands in, hits the pad and scores. Well placed. 3 points for the purple shirts. Iturbide serves.
Iturbide and Robin coming into this match with a 6-2 record, been the top team in Division 4 doubles. I mean, suffered those losses, pretty early in the season, too. One of them against Hyro and Bradley, and then their second loss was just last week. So this is a team that's been strong all year, led by Iturbide in the front, who's leading the league in kills.
Powerful forehand by Bueno, caught by Robin. Big right side by Robin. Alex takes off. Robote forehand to the outside. Iturbide's there. Cortada scores a 4th point for Iturbide and Robin of the Chargers. Iturbide serves.
And a picture-perfect Cortada here from Iturbide. He's got Alex to the inside, but he still throws it anyway. It's coming in low, it crosses on the way down, and it's pretty much on the floor as he tries to pick it off. Very well done.
Bueno on the backhand. Powerful backhand. To the corner, and Robin's there. Bueno now from the 10 line. Back to the corner. Robin stops it on the reverse. Robote forehand by Alex. Stopped by Iturbide. Another powerful backhand by Bueno. Robote coming out. Iturbide's on it up the middle. Alex takes it on the bounce. Powerful throw. Alex crossed. Iturbide caught it. 2-all. Stopped by Alex. Carambola. Stopped by Iturbide. Here's the backhand.
What an amazing catch that was.
Good pickup by Robin on the bounce. That's a beautiful catch. Robin again. Powerful backhand. I'll tell you, Robin so far, don't want to, give him the announcer's curse. But his catching's been spotless. Powerful forehand now by Robin. Robote by Alex to the inside. Robin from the 8 line. Bueno's there. Backhand from the 9. Robote forehand fired. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Iturbide.
Another tough one there.
Yeah, Robin's been spot on so far. Iturbide takes that one in the air, winds up, 2-all, cuts out and scores. Beautifully executed by Iturbide. Excellent catching in the backcourt by Robin. Chargers have 5 points, possible set point.
Again, not only is Iturbide leading the league in kills, but he's also leading in a variety of categories. I mean, the 2-alls, the drop shots, and he'll also, throw a couple Cortadas too. He ranks top 10 in that department as well.
Alex picked that serve. Placement inside will score. There'll be no shutout in the first set. Warriors get the point and the serve.
And no surprise there from Alex. I mean, coming right to him in the service box, trying to make a play, some quick offense. That's what they need to do to get back in this set.
I think Iturbide also leads in the category best smile. I have to double check that. Cortada serve coming in hot and scoring. That's an ace. 2 points for Alex. And Bueno, Alex serves.
Yeah, good serve there. Stayed low the whole way.
Well, Alex is certainly fired up. Catch by Robin. Here's the backhand. Bueno from the 8 line. Little clip. Robin with the catch. At the side wall, Bueno makes the play. Powerful backhand by Bueno. Robote coming out. Iturbide on the move. Missed the forehand. Robote a 3rd point for the Warriors. Alex and Bueno. Alex has the serve.
And that's just a rebote that's right along the side wall as Iturbide tries to keep the rally going. I mean, that's the intent when you're hitting it off the back wall like that. You want that rebote to be as close to the numbers as possible, and you might get a miss like that.
Hard serve by Alex. Big backhand by Robin. Look at Robin. Great catch in the air. He read that perfect. Rebote saved by Alex. Great positioning. Iturbide's there. Changes it up. Inside. Alex, splitter, scooped by Iturbide. The 2-all will score. What a hard-fought set there. Those last few points, point and set. Iturbide and Robin. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set. Look at this 2-all.
Yeah. Well, drop shot first, and then great defense by Alex. Kind of eats him up. You see the ball, you know, kind of rolling around the basket.
And scoop.
That was such a good catch. Iturbide made one of those from the left side and then another one from the right. It was just impossible. It all adds up to a 6-3 set victory for the Chargers, though. So coming into today, you know, the Warriors are eliminated from playoff contention, but the Chargers, well, totally different story for them. They have a chance to lock up the #1 seed tonight. And with that, let's take a look at the standings and see exactly what we're talking about here. So just a half a point needed for the Chargers today. So they're looking to get 3 wins. If they can do that, they will jump to 9 points, and they will secure the #1 seed as we head to the playoffs next week.
So that happens today.
That could happen today, Stu.
Okay.
If they win 3 matches today,
done.
it's over. Chargers
Thank
are the
you.
#1 seed. Still have to figure out who's going to be the 2, 3, and 4. The Renegades and Cyclones played to a 3-3 tie yesterday in what was a really good game day, back and forth, and then the Cyclones won the last one to tie it up. The Renegades will be playing the Fireballs tomorrow night. So if the Fireballs win that game day, well, they can jump the Renegades and potentially get back in the mix for a top 2 seed. The Renegades do own the tiebreaker over the Cyclones, which is why you see them ahead in the standings right now. And the Cyclones' final game day against the Chargers, and that game day will be Tuesday. And also conclude the regular season. So just a half a point. 3 wins for the Chargers, that's clear. And for the Warriors, too, you see they're out of the playoffs. You saw them in last place right now. So if the Warriors get a tie today or better, that means they will move up into 5th place, and the Devils will be picking first in the draft. But if the Warriors lose this game day, then the Warriors will have the first pick.
See how much information Andrew is in charge of but that's just at the tip of his tongue. No notes, no nothing. He just knows that stuff. I've
been rehearsing it on my balcony, just back and forth, just preparing for today. You know, just getting some steps
I've
in
been to
early.
your house. I've seen the balcony. I didn't see that. We're ready to begin our second set.
You want to see that step count, Stu? It's
No, I was just about to
putting
say,
up some
I'm
crazy
expecting an
numbers.
angry text from someone named Nina. Alex serves. Iturbide picks what is a great serve by Alex. Throws a 2-all that scores the first point of the second set for the Chargers. Iturbide and Robin.
I mean, no hesitation if you got a costado like that. Picks the serve, winds it up, and throws a really good 2-all. It's what he's done all season long. His 39th 2-all kill this year.
Bueno on the outside, backhand. Robin takes that off the sidewall nicely. That ball was on the wall the whole way. Tough catch. That ball is missed in the backcourt. 2 points for Iturbide and Robin in the second set.
And as we said, you know, Bueno's had a really good year. Just a kind of
Very
a tough
good
miss
year.
for him there. You look at the catch rate. I mean, you see he ranks 26, but he plays much better than that, especially up here in Division 4.
Karam by Bueno lands in and scores. Well done. It's a point for the Warriors here in the second set. Alex serves.
Yeah, Iturbide overcommitted that time. He was inside before Bueno released it. You see there, he was a little out of position. So, hey, when you're trapped, you throw the 2-wall. Just drops it in.
Powerful serve by Alex. Stopped by Robin. Robote by Alex. Will that stay in? No, that's out. 3 points for Ichibide and Robin. Ichibide serves.
The Warriors are just hoping that drops in. The Chargers are hoping it goes wide, and in the end, just touched a piece of that wood.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good.
And I'd like to shout out the wood this year because we've only had
A shout out to the wood? Okay.
one challenge this year, 2 challenges. I think 2 challenges this year. The chief judge was right on it. Credit to the wood. Makes it pretty easy on those line calls.
I'm sure they would appreciate your acknowledgement. There's the catch by Robin, pulling it off the side wall.
On a day like today, we're talking about the positives still.
A little late. Ichibide to the inside powerfully. Bueno backing up, stops it. Powerful backhand. Bueno, high to the front wall. Robin takes it out of the air. Big backhand by Robin. Robote coming out. Alex eyes on the Robote. Fires it inside. Oh, what a catch by Robin. Alex calling for it. He makes a save. Little clip. Picked up by Ichibide. Placement inside. That scores. 4 points for Ichibide and Robin of the Chargers. Ichibide serves.
Ichibide, what makes his costado so great is the range. He can beat you to the net with the 2-wall, and he can also drop it inside with finesse and touch like that. I mean, being first in drop shot kills and 2-wall kills, I mean, what do you defend? You have to respect the shots. Bueno's got to know that if he moves up, he can send it over his head, and that's what makes him such a dynamic front court and one of the best in the league.
Ball tipped in the backcourt. A second point for the Warriors. Alex and Bueno. Alex serves. That, I believe, is Robin's first miss in the 2 sets. I wouldn't argue with Robote analytics. I've just been very impressed with Robin's catching today.
He's been on.
A bullet served by Alex, caught and returned by Robin. Here's a Bueno. Ichibide, excellent positioning, backhand to the inside. Robote forehand. Big backhand by Bueno. Well, play to the outside is in play. Alex on the Robote just rifles it to the inside. What a scoop by Robin. Ichibide has the ball. Backhand. At the sidewall. Bueno's there. Great catch. Arimala the whole way to the backcourt. Forehand Robote up the middle. Caught by Bueno. Ichibide up high. Backhand from the 8. Alex calling for the Robote. Shoots it inside. Big bounce. Oh, what a catch again off the bounce by Robin. Robote forehand fired, wall to wall by Alex. Robote coming out on a high bounce at the side wall. Ichibide makes a save. Alex will fire it to the inside where it will score. 3 points for Alex and Bueno. The Warriors, Alex serves.
Well, just a few opportunities, and this was the best one of them all. You see how Ichibide was trapped on that Robote. Couldn't get a lot of power, just flicked it up, setting up this powerful forehand. Crosses the side wall, and it sneaks by Robin.
Ace. 4-4 is the score. Alex serves.
Powerful serve, and boy, those Cortada serves have been getting harder to handle the last couple weeks. I mean, you just throw it hard, get it just past that over serve line, and the backcourt almost has no chance. Got to move up and make that catch low.
Robin stops the second serve. There's the backhand. Bueno on the catch. Robin now at the 10 line. Robote. Robote forehand. Ichibide, great catch on the left side. Ball tipped in the backcourt. That is a 5th point for the Chargers, Ichibide and Robin. Possible set, possible match point.
And what I love about Ichibide, too, is the variety in his game. He doesn't just rely on the shots. He will rally and he will engage and just put the ball on the sidewall like that when he has to.
Absolutely.
See that more in Division II, and now a chance, too, if they need to win this match.
Bueno, powerfully from the forehand, wall to wall. Robote coming way out. Ichibide's on it, throws it hard. Alex, what a catch. Cortada. Beautiful throw by Alex. Got in there quickly. It is 5-5 in the second set. So if the Warriors win this point, we will move on to a third and decisive set. If the Chargers win this set, we're done.
See if Alex has got one good serve in him right here. And the problem with that Cortada serve is if you go for it, it's really hard to pick. But he goes outside, and Robin's on it.
Catch by Alex. Hard throw. Ichibide stays with it. Makes a very difficult catch at the 7. Here's Bueno. Robin calls Ichibide off, puts it on the wall. The whole way, difficult rebote is in play. Robin reaching behind him, great catch. Karam lands out. On to a third set. We will go point and set for Alex and Bueno, 2 minutes. We'll move on.
Oh, some frustration there for the Chargers coming off the court. Just say Ichibide not a fan of that shot selection. I mean, going for the Karam and understandable the way that Ichibide was killing it. And I know, at least for me, Stu, like shots from the backcourt in a Division IV match, if you're the lower ranked of the two, you know, I don't know. Already landed one early in the match, did Robin. That was back in the first set. So to go forward another time, especially with what was at stake there, I mean, that was a, you know, make or break Karam. If it lands in, you win it. But if it goes out, well, now you got a chance to potentially lose this match. I mean, the last thing the Chargers want to have happen today is they need points on their last game day against the Cyclones. If they could wrap it up here and get the #1 seed, I mean, that obviously that is what they would like to do. This one would kind of hurt their chances and really help the Warriors potentially come away with some points on this last game day of the year for them. You know, we had a very similar setup earlier in the week with the Fireballs and the Devils, because the Devils were out of the playoffs, and you're like, well, they don't have anything to play for. But then you think about the pressure. Well, all the pressure was on the Fireballs, and the Devils came out and won all 6 matches on that game day. So just because one team is in and one team's season is ending after tonight, well, you can't be fooled by that and think the motivation may not be there, because we saw just the opposite on Tuesday with the Devils.
And as you heard me say just before we began, I was talking to a player. It's like, you know, prize money is a big part of this. And
Absolutely.
There is the game day prize money for the entire team, but then there's also the per match prize money. And so if you're playing without pressure, and also there's, you know, paycheck coming in 2 weeks that could have a few $100s more in it, hey, go for it.
Absolutely. And, you know, we saw with the Devils just playing pressure-free, not really too worried. They came out, won all 6, and we'll see here if the Warriors can steal this one away from the Chargers. And after the first set, those first couple points, not very high hopes, but Alex has turned it up. Bueno's been catching really well behind him. And now a third set to decide match #1.
We're ready to begin our third and final set for our first match. Ichibide will have the serve for the Chargers.
I think it didn't give you the full slate, but coming up next, we've got Division 5 doubles. Eggy and Julian will take on Correa and El Barba. El Barba subbing there because Bueno is already scheduled for 3.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Catch by Bueno. Robin down low, backhand, powerfully to the inside. Rotate save by Alex. Ichibide moves in, tough catch. Here's the backhand. Rotate forehand by Alex, powerfully thrown, caught by Robin. Robin at the 10 line. Stops the ball on the left side. Alex, forehand. Wall to wall. Rebote save. Big bounce. Brought down by Alex. Alex's outside placement attempt caught the pad, and the pad is bad. Iturbide and Robin of the Chargers get the first point. Iturbide serves.
Yeah, space opened up to the outside. Alex scoped it out, went for it, but just a little bit too low.
Bueno advances to make the catch. Here's the forehand. Rebote left side for the bounce. Bueno, fine catch. Backhand from the 9. Robin. Swing and a miss on the forehand rebote at the 7 line. A second point for the Chargers. Iturbide and Robin. Iturbide serves.
Yeah, that rebote was dropping low. Alex coming back for it. Just tries to flick it up there. It's just not easy. But this is kind of what we've seen in every set. Slower start for the Warriors. Chargers jump off to an early lead. And this is not uncharted territory, and they've come back many times this year of Alex and Bueno.
Bueno over the top to the left side of Iturbide. Backhand. Bueno's there. Rebote, left side to the inside. Big bounce. Will score. Beautifully thrown by Iturbide. He now has 3 points with Robin in the third and final set. Iturbide serves.
A big rebote there. Dropped it between the Warriors, and then it ended up on the sidewall with a big bounce, too. So Bueno's not only got to go up the wall, but he's got to pick it off.
Ball is missed off the serve. Bueno moving in on that ball. 4 points for Iturbide and Robin.
And we've seen that ball coming off the sidewall back to the backwarders forehand. It's got a different spin, and ball will pop out of the basket just like that.
Bueno, fine catch. There's the forehand. Caught by Robin. Alex with a tip ball. 5 points for Iturbide and Robin in the third and final set. Iturbide serves. Possible match point.
Yeah, a chance to get their first win of 3. That's what the Chargers need to secure the #1 seed tonight.
Bueno with a fine catch. Powerful forehand. This going wall to wall. Rebote for the forehand of Iturbide. Thrown right to the corner. Difficult rebote save will not be made. Point and a perfect set for Iturbide and Robin. Winning the match 6-0 in the third set.
And there's win #1 for the Chargers today, needing just 2 more to lock up that #1 seed. And they send out Eggy and Gillen up next against Correa and El Barba.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Now let's check out that game day score reflecting the win, courtesy of Iturbide and Robin to get the game day started. Iturbide and Robin will be playing their final regular season match in Division 4 doubles next Tuesday, well this upcoming Tuesday, against the Cyclones. Sounds like they are over in the cage. Let's hear from our winners of match 1, Iturbide and Robin. Congratulations, guys. Robin, coming into today, you guys need just half a point to wrap up the #1 seed. What was the talk amongst the team to get you guys geared up and ready for tonight's game day?
Just keep it composed, focus, and relax. I think that's why we win today.
Robin, it looked like you were just doing that. Your catching, I kept on saying throughout the match, your catching was impeccable. throughout all 3 sets.
Yeah, my daughter sleep good last night, so I sleep good.
Me too. Excellent.
Awesome.
I'm glad we both did. David, you played great.
Yeah, thank you. Let's go.
Awesome, guys. Congratulations. Big first win of the day for your Chargers. Thank you. All right, going over to Division 5 doubles, too. That'll bring us Eggy and Julin for the Chargers, and it's Correa and El Barba for the Warriors. The Division 5 team supposed to be Correa and Cabrera, but as you know, Cabrera has been out for most of this season. So El Barba comes up from the taxi squad to fill in the backcourt. And for those wondering, well, why aren't we seeing Bueno here? Bueno's already got 3 matches on the schedule. I mean, he's had quite the workload this season. He's subbing with Douglas later. That's the last match, Douglas and Bueno against Zuleika and Julin. So El Barba comes up, gets his shot from the taxi squad. We've seen this iteration of this Warriors team with Correa and El Barba. Lost last time out, but look, El Barba's been gaining confidence. Correa's actually had some really strong moments in the second half of this season. He's been playing much better. But they're going to have their hands full in that matchup in the front court. I mean, Eggy is one of the top players in terms of kills this season. In just his first year of professional highlight experience, I mean, Eggy's finding himself 11th with 53 kills. And for a guy that's only playing down in Divisions 5 and 6, that's even more impressive. So, second match of the game day. Chargers need 3 wins to lock up that #1 seed. They got there first. Ready to begin match 2.
We're ready to begin our second match. Serving for the Chargers will be Eggy and Julin. Receiving for the Warriors, Correa in the front court. Off the taxi team, none other than Barba in the back. That's El Barba. Got to include the
Throw
L,
the
otherwise
article
he
in
gets
there.
pissed.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't poke the bear. I get it. Here's a serve by Eggy. We begin. Barba's there. Backhand. El Barba, backhand again. Julin goes to the outside, makes the play. That ball is tipped in the backcourt. First point of this match goes to Eggy and Julin of the Chargers. Eggy serve.
Up and down year for this Eggy and Julin team, and this is going to be, one that, what version are we going to get as we approach the playoffs? They started off really strong, 3 wins in their first 3 matches, all of them in straight sets. But since that points to, they've lost 4 out of their last 5. That only win coming against Lalu and Stan in straight sets. So this team looking to get back on track, and they have tonight and also on Tuesday against the Cyclones to do it.
El Barba gets in there, cannot make the catch. That's 2 points for Eggy and Julin. Eggy serves. Positioning was good, just not able to settle the ball in his cesta. That's an ace for Eggy. A 3rd point for the Chargers. Eggy has a serve. I think I said this once before. At what point does Correa go for the scoop or Bote Correo in the
Well, he's backing
service
up
box?
in the service box, but man, not going to scoop it from there.
Here's a backhand by El Barba to the inside. Julin makes the catch. Robote forehand with a light touch. Eggy's moving in. Makes the catch. Karam. Out. It's a point for Correa and El Barba of the Warriors. Correa serves.
It's been interesting with the carom. We've seen more missed caroms wide than really we've ever have before. I mean, typically that carom would stay inside and you really have to throw it hard into the sidewall. But now sidewall's doing its thing and opening up and getting caught Eggy right there.
Robote not coming out. A 4th point for Eggy and Julin of the Chargers. Eggy serves.
Yeah, and we've seen that more the last couple weeks too. Backcourt is letting that ball pass and hoping the Robote is going to be there. This one just opens up a little wider than El Barba's expecting. See, he's staying with it. He's moving outside, but that drops a couple feet wide of where he was.
El Barba with a 2-wall. Eggy got out there, makes the stop. The Karam return, though, hits the pad. Oh, it did score?
It scored, Stu. That did not hit the pad.
My bad. It
No.
scored.
I'll tell you what, right when he released it, I didn't think this ball was
5 points.
Hit. No.
5 points for Eggy and Julian.
Yeah, you see, just above the pad.
My side's definitely going. Not good for
Stu,
not good for an announcer.
I'm telling you, my first thought when he threw it was that's got to get up. Oh, that's got to get down.
That's hooked to the outside. Point and set, Eggy and Julian. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back. Play our next set.
Six-one. Eggy and Julian take the opening set of match number 2. And let's give you the rest of that slate tonight. Coming up after this, we'll see Zuleika and Amigarena against Douglas and Manny in Division I doubles. Then Division 6 between Eggy and Robin and Correa and Bueno. Then our one and only singles match, Amigarena will take on Manny. And then the finale tonight, Division 3 doubles between Zuleika and Julian and Douglas and Bueno. Ted Bueno subbing in the backcourt in that Division 3 match. And all smiles for the Chargers. The Julians, Eggy and Julian.
Julian and Julian, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Eggy's first season as a professional player has just worked out so well. Had really no idea what type of player he was going to be. He had some video, had some scouting on him from the Basque Country, but he got to the court and practicing, I think, for the most part every day. And just catch after catch, throw after throw, good power on both sides. Had a great opening season.
That grainy bootleg tape, someone had to sneak it in, and he didn't really know how he was going to be. And it's like, well, he looks good, but I can't. Is that the ball, or you didn't really know? But then he comes out here, Stu, and he's just been phenomenal from the start.
Well, you know how it works with the fellow whose responsibility is to go out there and find players. It's like, and when they find someone new without a name or anything, there's many questions that are asked to them. So, well, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? And it's like, don't know. People don't like that response. I've asked them that question myself.
Well, it's just been great. And Julian has been a nice partner for him, too. And they've developed a nice relationship both on and off the court, it seems. So it's all worked out well. Second set, ready to begin. Correa will begin with the serve.
Second set, ready to begin. Correa has the serve for the Warriors. Correa serves. We begin. Excellent catch by El Barba. Here's the backhand. Eggy from the left side. Robote coming way out. Correa. Forehand Robote with a light touch. Keeps it in play. Eggy. Hard to the inside. El Barba has the catch on the forehand.
Goodness me. Almost got Julian.
Correa backhand. Powerfully thrown. Robote coming out to Eggy. Eggy, left side Robote. Caught on the forehand of Correa. Low and hard. Julian read it. Got into position. Made the catch. Correa gets in there. What a catch at the 7 line. Backhand. Powerful forehand. Robote coming out. Correa. Forehand Robote. Julian's there. Ball tipped at the back wall. Tough play. First point, second set goes to Eggy and Julian.
And I love that throw for the Chargers. I mean, just get it over Correa's head, cross the sidewall, drop it on the floor, and get that bouncer up to El Barba. That's going to be difficult to handle consistently. Made one earlier in the point, then just dropped that second attempt. Chargers on the board first now in set number 2.
Backhand by El Barba to the inside. El Barba again. El Barba advances to catch that in the air. That's really well done. Julian stops the ball. El Barba again. Backhand. Robote for Correa on the right side. Eggy takes it in the air. 2-all with a light touch. Lands in and scores. Well done. 2 points for Eggy and Julian of the Chargers. Eggy serves.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing, Stu, to watch it. I mean, he's got a great costado. I love how he throws it the inside with the drop shot, and he can also do this with a 2-wall. And that is a high-level combination. I mean, he's pretty tight to the side wall there, too, and it's not easy to get it to open up. Throws it with confidence, perfectly done. A 2-0 lead.
Elbarba makes the catch, powerful backhand. Going deep, and Julian's there. Rotate forehand by Correa. Julian takes on the bounce, midcourt. Catch by Elbarba. Backhand by Correa. Julian's there. Rotate forehand by Correa. Eggy has it. Inside placement will score 3 points. And the serve for the Chargers. Eggy serves.
And there's just not many players. I mean, really, there's no player in his rank that can do what he does. I mean, he is a great defensive player, and he's also a little bit more of a shot maker, too. I mean, one of the tops in terms of kills in his group, and he's also got the highest catch rate. That's a pretty good combination.
Backhand by Elbarba. Caught by Julian. Robote dropping, saved by Correa. Julian moves up, outside, will score. Outside placement, landing in, 4 points. Eggy has a serve.
And down here in Division 5, Julian is able to keep the ball to his right side a lot more, and that's where he thrives. I mean, over 94% catch rate there on the right. It drops below 90% on the left. He can make some shots with it, too, and that outside placement was just blasted by Correa.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. Elbarba on the catch, backhand to the inside. Julian, right side, plays it deep. Barba going for it in the air, missed ball. 5 points in the second set, possible match point for the Chargers.
Yeah, just caught that one a little too deep in the basket. More likely to pop out there, and you see it rolling back out of the basket, giving the Chargers 5 straight and a chance to win this one in straight sets to get their second win of the day.
Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good. Elbarba, tough catch. That outside serve, that backhand clears the overhead screen. Eggy looking for the rebote, fires it back. Elbarba made a great catch and held on to it. Nicely played. 2-all. Scores for the win. Point, set, and match. A straight set victory for the Chargers, winning at 6-1, 6-0.
Yeah, dominant victory there for Eggy and Julian. And the second win of the day for the Chargers. They need 3 to lock up that #1 seed. That just means 1 more of the 4 remaining matches on this game day. Zuleika and Omega Reina. See if they can do it against Douglas and Manny. Let's check out some replays there from match number 2 in the Eggy show up there in the front court. That was a nice forehand. And then there, Julian to the inside, crossing the wall, gets it to open up. Julian, just a great partner for him too. I mean, veteran, one of the younger veteran backcourts that we have out there. I know it's kind of oxymoronic, but we've had Julian now here for a number of seasons, like 6 years, part of this program.
Absolutely. And that's the call that I blew right there. I thought that hit the pad.
Still, I will say that I got you there. I didn't. It was pretty close. I just looked at the judge, made it easy.
Eggy's concentration just phenomenal. And Been throwing 2 walls, dropped it inside. Inside's wide open. It scores.
He's got a really good fake when he goes to the costado.
Yeah, he does.
He sells it well, man. He's got me fooled. I'm going.
This is his first season in professional highlight. Can you know,
no,
there's a future there. I know he's studying to be a nurse. She always want a backup, but.
Now the second win of the day up there for the Chargers, courtesy of Eggy and Julian. Yeah, if he keeps throwing the costado like that, they have to put those plans on hold, Stu. But he's still young. I mean, only 18.
That's right.
We will be hearing from our winners, Eggy and Julian, making their way over to the cage right now as you see the practice ongoing for Division I doubles. That will be between Zuleika and Amigarena and Douglas and Manny. Zuleika and Amigarena 6-2 this year. Douglas and Manny just 2-7. Again, you never know what's going to happen here on this last day. Eggy and Julian over in the cage. Let's hear from our winners. Congratulations, guys, Eggy and Julian after that win. Julian, it seems like you and Eggy have had a great time both on and off the court, developing nice relationship. How much does that help when you have to step out there and win a match on a game day like today for the playoffs?
I mean, I love to play with Julian. He's a very good player. He always gives his best in the court. Sometimes he plays too accelerate too fast, and today was the day that he played like calmed, and you could see like his costados, all of them that he threw, they were perfect. So.
Yeah, and the same thing for Eggy as well. Eggy, I mean, you've been playing with Julian your first professional season. What has it been like for you now? What, 5-4 this season with Julian?
Yes, I think so. I have very good vibes for play for Julian. I like so much my team, and Chargers para siempre.
Well, we got it, guys. Very well done. Congratulations on that straight set victory. Thank you. We got Division I doubles ready to begin here. Zuleika and Amigarena will take on Douglas and Manny. You heard the records. Zuleika and Amigarena 6-2. Douglas and Manny just 2-7. Zuleika and Amigarena won the first matchup earlier in the season. That was a straight set win back on February 10th.
Amigarena on the backhand. Manny has it on the right side, brings it over the top. Zuleika reaches in, backhand to the inside. Rebote for Douglas. Douglas, little clip. Big bounce brought down by Amigarena. Amigarena from the 10 line. Here's the backhand. Zuleika will take that on the right side. Didn't have control. Drop ball. First point of this match goes to Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas serves. You know, we didn't have a chance to wish Julian a belated happy 30th birthday.
Happy birthday, Julian.
Remember that 30 is big in that generation, so. Here's the backhand by Amigarena. Douglas cross court, makes the catch down low. Bote forehand rifle. Took off and hit the overhead screen. 2 points for Douglas and Manny. Douglas serves.
And a lot easier to say this now with a 2-point lead, but I actually kind of like Douglas and Manny in a matchup like this. Not a lot of pressure, so Douglas can just open it up, throw shots free, not worry about the results so much. And when he plays like that, like kind of how he does in singles, the results are usually pretty good.
Douglas on the catch, backhand from the 7. Right to the corner, out to the rebote. Zuleika's there. Manny moves to take it on the right side. Here's Amigarena. Ball tipped at the side wall. That's a point for Zuleika. And Amigarena, Zuleika serves.
And that's okay. I think you're going to see Douglas play that aggressive today. If he has a chance to go for it, even if it's very difficult, try to make a play, pick it off, and put some pressure on these Chargers.
Here's the backhand to the inside. Douglas reaches up, makes the catch. Amigarena from the 10 line, backhand to the inside. Rebote. Rotate forehand by Douglas. Rotate forehand now by Zulaika. Beautifully thrown. Zulaika cuts it off, winds up. Gustavo Tual will score perfectly. 2-2. Zulaika serves. Man, that was nice.
Yeah, pretty nasty from Zulaika there, who ranks 5th in kills. I mean, 67 shots scoring of 134 attempts this year. It's right at 50%. And that 2-all is one of his go-tos. 27th kill this year for the 2-all.
Manny moves to the outside to keep it on the backhand. Migarena from the 9 line, low and hard. Douglas in the air, makes the catch. Rotate for Douglas. It's a 2-all, caught the top of the pad. 3 points for Zulaika and Migarena.
And that's the type of player you're expecting. I mean, early in the point, don't be surprised if Douglas is going to shoot it. And the thing, too, with this Chargers team, I mean, Zulaika plays less than 40% of the ball. So if you can put some pressure on him and put some points early, that's going to kind of change up the general strategy of how these Chargers like to play. But now a couple of unforced errors, and they're back in front.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Here's the catch by Manny. Backhand. Ball tipped back at the 10 line. 3-3. Douglas serves for the Warriors.
A tough one, and Migarena is reaching back towards the back wall to try to pull that one in.
Low and hard to the inside. Scoop by Manny. Migarena powerfully. This one caught by Douglas. Robote forehand, beautifully played by Zulaika. Douglas, good positioning. Robote up the middle. Zulaika's there. Caught too much sidewall. Went out of play. 4 points for Douglas and Manny. Douglas serves.
Well, I just love the idea. I mean, that was so well thought out by Zulaika. He had the space. He just overthrew it a little bit. Going for that split placement between Manny and Douglas, and just caught a little bit of that wood.
Fault over serve. Really looked like Zulaika wanted that serve.
He's looking for it.
Migarena, backhand, low and hard to the inside. Douglas, Robote high to pass, and score. Well thrown. 5 points for Douglas and Manny. Possible set point.
Again, leaving your feet when you're trying to make that catch. I mean, we've seen that a couple times this week now. Backquarters hopping, and the result is a missed ball.
Powerful serve. Migarena gets there. Hard throw. What a catch by Manny, pulling that off the sidewall. Robote. Zulaika's there. Manny takes this one on the bounce. Forehand. Caught by Migarena. Oh my. Ball tipped in the corner. Well thrown. A 4th point by Migarena. Zulaika serves.
Yeah, and Manny actually called Douglas off on that ball. Looked like Douglas was going to maybe go for a scoop, but did the right thing, got out of the way, and that was almost a spectacular catch deep in that corner.
A blasted serve by Zulaika. Caught by Manny. Here's Migarena. Low runner. What a catch by Douglas. Powerful backhand Robote coming out. On the wall. Zulaika fires this one. No shortage of power.
Well, he threw that so hard.
Migrena for some bounce. Manny makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Rabote. Caught by Migrena. Migrena over the top. Big bounce. Brought down by Manny. Manny, higher bounce. Passing Zulaika. Dropping. Rabote saved by Zulaika. Manny takes that on the bounce. Overhead deep in the backcourt.
Difficult catch.
Douglas has this one on the forehand. Karam. It's out. 5-5 in the first set. Set point.
I was just talking about that earlier.
Sidearm Karam.
Well, the Karams especially, they've just been opening up a little more than the players have expected. And it, typically that ball stays inside, but look at how it opens up when it makes contact, and that's still opening up away from the court too when it hits the front wall. Felt like a really good 2-wall when he released it, and it was just a few inches wide.
A few weeks ago, may have been.
Yeah.
Manny on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Douglas moves into place, saves, goes to save the Rabote. That's just a Mr. Rabote. Point and set. Zulaika and Migrena.
Yeah, and the set was right there for the taking in the end for the Warriors. I mean, a couple chances late to close it out and couldn't convert on any of them. 6-5, Zulaika and Migrena take the opening set of match number 3. So now a situation where if the Chargers can win one of these next 2 sets, well, they will lock up the #1 seed as we head on to the playoffs. And what comes with the #1 seed? Well, if you finish first, you play the lowest ranked team, or the 4th seed in the playoffs. So again, you get maybe an easier first round matchup depending on who ends up in that spot. But the most important advantage is you get to choose the tiebreaker match if the game day is tied 3-3. So the structure on the playoff days, all 6 doubles teams play. So divisions 1 through 6. If we are tied 3-3 after all 6 have played, there is a 1-set tiebreaker to 6 points chosen by the higher seeded of the 2 teams. So if you're the team like the Chargers here and you get the #1 seed, not only will you have that option in the playoff day next Friday, but you also have the option and the championship for which match you want to choose for a tiebreaker. So again, we've seen a lot of 3-3 ties. There's been at least one game day in the last 4 years that it went down to a final tie-breaking set to decide a champion. So that could be huge at the end of this season. Always important to get that #1 seed, but still you gotta win when you get to the playoffs too. We've seen higher seeded teams that just haven't done that. They've struggled to get through, but if you make it onto the championship and you get the choice of 1 set to 6 points to win the whole thing, much rather have the choice than not.
Don't forget the Ginzu knife set. Set of knives.
How about that?
Set of knives for each player. 2 cans.
The teams that don't make the playoffs, the Devils and the Warriors, they get just a nice selection of knives. Oh, Stu. Or is that the fans? Is it? We'll see. Come on in, folks. We got great action this Friday and next Friday. They're the playoffs and the championship.
We're ready to begin our second set. Douglas will have the serve for the Warriors.
Next Friday. I said this Friday. No, we've got a game day tomorrow. It's the Renegades and Fireballs, and that's a big one.
Douglas serves. We begin. Migrena advances to make the catch. Scoop by Manny. Migrena to the outside. Backhand. Low and hard. Douglas, great catch. Midcourt. Backhand to the inside. Manny from the 9 line. High and hard to the back wall. Rabote coming out. Zulaika. Forehand Rabote. Manny on the backhand. Little clip. Caught by Migrena. Rabote's save. Beautifully made by Douglas. He heads outside. Split placement scores for Zulaika. point for Zuleika and Amigarena. Here in the second set, Zuleika serves.
Zuleika threw a lot of this at the other facility here, and look at how fast this ball is moving to the outside. Maintains its speed, man. He's coming in from the backcourt, can't get there. And you see where Douglas is. Well, he's at the net expecting a 2-all to open up there. Such a good adjustment off of that standard 2-all Costado. Zuleika gets him on the board early in set 2.
Powerful backhand. Caught in the air by Manny. Amigarena on the forehand. Manny takes it on the bounce. Deep in the backcourt. Zuleika from the 2-all to the inside on the bounce. Manny sends it back. Amigarena is there. Douglas takes it in the air. Backhand from the 7. Powerful, powerful backhand by Amigarena. Manny on the right side. Robote forehand. Douglas makes a save. Robote to the left side of Amigarena. Catch by Douglas off the wall. Powerful backhand to the corner. Out to the Robote. Zuleika.
Oh.
Outside placement of the forehand. Robote lands perfectly to score. 2 points for Zuleika and Amigarena of the Chargers. Zuleika serves. Well, it's just so nice looking. I mean, we have a good view, but there's so many things that are just pretty in highlight. Well, this is one of them.
Working into position and then straight outside. Look at that angle. Well, that opens up at about the 6 line.
That's an ace. 3 points for Zuleika and Amigarena. Zuleika serves.
And for Zuleika, too, he's only had 4 outside placement kills this year. So if you're Douglas, you're like, well, you're looking at the splitter. You're looking to the outside. You're not really defending that shot, and certainly not off the Robote. I mean, that's just tremendous skill.
Here's a backhand by Manny. Amigarena to the corner to make the save. Douglas in the air, backhand from the 7. Powerful backhand. Robote. Catch by Amigarena. Robote. Rotate forehand by Douglas. He gets it back, and Amigarena is there. Douglas, Robote save. Big bounce to the inside. Amigarena at the 10 line. Backhand. Robote by Douglas. Big bounce inside. Amigarena. Great catch. Zuleika from the forehand to the inside. Oh, what a catch by Manny.
Insane. What a play.
Douglas will take this in the air, winds up, 2-all. Zuleika made a great save, and it scores. That's a 4th point for Zuleika and Amigarena. Zuleika serves. I mean, Douglas's 2-all was, you can't take anything away from it other than the fact that it didn't score.
That's the only bad thing about it. I thought it was perfect.
It's a beautiful Costalo 2-all, and Zuleika just stopped it.
And then in one motion, gets it up, and that was very clean, too. Very clean. And that's got so much spin, and just missed it.
Douglas, Robote left side, inside. Caught by Amigarena. Manny on the catch. Here's the backhand. Robote fired from the forehand of Douglas. Robote forehand. Cortada by Zuleika. Douglas was ready for it. Quickly turns it back inside. Great shot, but Amigarena reads it, stops it, returns it. Zuleika calls for the Robote. Plays it back. Manny catches it in the air. Oh, what a catch by Migarena.
Boy, Migarena had some misses early, but he's been on fire as of late.
Robote's saved by Zulaika. Douglas does not have a play on the ball. Manny moves in. Backhand 2-all. Caught on the forehand of Manny. Manny picaba, big bounce. Brought in by Migarena. The backhand scores. 5 points for the Chargers. Zulaika and Migarena. Possible set, possible match point.
And you think about what you need in a top-level backcourt, and Migarena kind of checks all the boxes. I mean,
all of them.
Great left side. He's got enough power, and also physically, too. One of the taller backcourters we have, which, you know, that helps when trying to make those tough catches up high, as he's done tremendously throughout the match. It's been great. Now 5-0, looking for their third win and to wrap up this #1 seed right here.
Manny over the top, big bounce. Migarena saves it on the left side. Douglas moves in, catches it, drop shot, hit the pad. Point, set, and match. A straight set victory for Zulaika and Migarena, taking it 6-5, 6-0.
And the third win of the day. So the Chargers have now officially locked up the #1 seed as we head to the playoffs in this spring 26 season. Still got 3 matches left, though, and a few more game days to finish up the regular season, and we'll see who the Chargers are playing. But up next, we got Eggy and Robin against Correa and Bueno, Division 6 doubles.
Yo, check it out. Another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet party. That's so meta.
No, that's not meta. That's meta.
You think this is meta? This isn't meta. That's meta.
Hey, what's up, Meta?
Man, you're so meta.
Open the Hard Rock Bet app to see your new promos today.
Hey, another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
Now that is meta.
No, I am meta.
I don't even know which one is the real me. You're meta.
I'm not even sure what that means anymore.
Take a look at that game day score, 3-0. The Chargers lead, so they're moving up to 9 points. And 9 points, season 9, good enough for the #1 seed, Stu. We're going to hear from Zulaika and Migarena. Looks like they are ready, and we'll send it over to hear from the Division 1 team of the Chargers. Congratulations, Zulaika and Migarena. With that win, you guys officially wrap up the #1 seed. Zulaika, can you talk about, I mean, what are you thinking going out there, and is that at the forefront of your mind, or just focused on just winning and playing your role?
Yeah, as always, that's our job on the court. Try to win every match, every point. And every time we go out there, that's what we try to do. Today as well, the next game day as well, and we keep going.
Yeah, and Migarena, I mean, now you guys know that you're moving on to the playoffs, but, I mean, you're catching this year. You've been such a valuable part of the Chargers' success. What have you liked most about playing within this Chargers team?
I think that when you are winning the games, you feel better, you feel more comfortable. With Zulaika and Iturbide, we have been playing very good because we have been winning, so it gives you confidence. So I think that is the key, and we have good relationships, so everything is a combo of everything. So very happy that we finish very good, and let's see the playoffs.
Awesome, guys. Going. Yeah, well, congratulations on wrapping up the #1 seed, and good luck in your last matches and your last game days of the regular season. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Division 6 coming up next to Eggy and Robin. We'll take on Correa and Bueno. Correa and Bueno, this is their 10th and final match of the regular season. They've been 5-4 this year, not all too bad, right around 500. Eggy and Robin, through their 8 matches, they are 4-4. Now, Eggy and Robin kind of started off a little bit slower this year. You see the record, I mean, they were just 1-4 through their first 5 matches, but they've won 3 in a row to get to that 4-4 record and see if they can make it 4 wins in a row to win the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next match. Eggy has the serve for the Chargers. Little spirited fun there between Correa and Eggy. Lighten up the tension.
Yeah.
There's a serve by Eggy. First set's begun. Bueno, high and hard to the front wall. There's a backhand by Robin. Great catch by Bueno off the wall. Robin from deep in the backcourt on the left side. Bueno down low, stops the ball. Eggy, forehand rebote, stays along the wall. Bueno's there. Eggy fires this forehand rebote. Rebote coming out. Correa eyes on the rebote, puts it inside. Robin takes it on the bounce. Splitter, caught by Correa on the left side. Bueno on the catch. Forehand. Eggy moving to the backcourt. Makes the catch on the left side. Big backhand. Rebote forehand by Correa. Difficult catch by Robin, but he brings it in. Bueno from the 9 line. Eggy on the catch. Backhand. Powerful backhand, straight to the back wall, out to the rebote. Correa's there. Eggy 2-all. Stopped by Correa. Carambola stopped in the backcourt by Robin. Excellent catch by Eggy. Powerful backhand, a little bit of a clip going outside. Rebote for the forehand of Correa, stopped by Eggy. Beautiful catch by Bueno deep in the backcourt. Eggy on the rebote, little clip. Scoop by Bueno. Scoop by Robin. Here's backhand by Robin at the 10 line. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall to the forehand of Correa. Eggy takes this one on the bounce. Fires it back inside. What a catch by Bueno.
It shows you the confidence he's playing with, too. I mean, taking that on the short hop and just expecting he's going to make that play.
Absolutely. All 4 of the players.
It's been a great first point.
Backhand by Robin. Bueno, tough catch at the 10 line. Rebote on the wall. Eggy calling for Robin to take it. Turns around, makes the save. Floater stopped by Bueno. Robin from the 9 line, powerfully thrown. Rebote. Rebote forehand. Eggy takes it on the bounce. Outside placement. Lands outside of play. A hard-fought first point goes to Correa and Bueno of the Warriors. Correa serve.
And I love what Julian said in their interview. Like in Division 5, there's been times where he's just trying to do a little too much. But down here in Division 6, I think that's his role, and he can open it up and play that aggressively. Going for an outside placement, and Robin just saying, keep doing the same thing. I mean, not going to get too critical of him, and Eggy's the best chance to win this match up there in the front.
Rebote left side by Eggy. 1-1. Eggy serves.
Yeah, Correa
ducked out of the way.
Yeah.
I think Correa had a face full of Eggy.
Yeah, and
I was trying to make that catch, but
a little more difficult for him.
Bueno on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote. Eggy fires one to the inside. Bueno's there. Perfect positioning. Robin makes this catch on the right side. Bueno back to the 10 line. Backhand by Robin. Rebote coming out. Correa on the rebote. Keeps it inside. Robin's there. Rebote save. Big bounce. Robin will keep this point alive. Correa on the right side. Outside placement attempt. Caught the pad, and the pad is bad. That's point for Eggy and Robin of the Chargers. Eggy serves. So Correa saw the outside, threw it very much sidearm, not over the top, which would give him more bounce, maybe a little bit more accuracy. Bueno on the catch. Eggy advances. Backhand powerfully thrown and stopped by Bueno. Robin back to the inside. There's the backhand. Rebote forehand. Missed. 2-2. Correa serves for the Warriors. Ball came out with a lot of speed. Eggy's fast, just wasn't able to get to it. Big backhand by Robin. Wall to wall. Correa, forehand rebote. What a catch by Eggy. Back to the inside with a light touch. Correa's there. Bueno on the catch. Backhand from the 10. That ball's on the wall and is tipped. Third point for Correa and Bueno here in the first set. Correa serves.
And Robin telling himself, solid, meaning, look, if you're not comfortable with the catch, he can let that ball come out, and Eggy's going to be there for the rebote. With his range, Eggy's range, he'll come all the way into the backcourt as much as the 9 line if he needs to. He's got the foot speed.
Point for Correa and Bueno. Correa serves.
Tough serve moving Robin to the outside with a bunch of spin as it crossed the front wall back to his forehand. He's gotten a couple guys today. And again.
Fine serve by Correa to the outside. Gives the Warriors 5 points and a possible set point.
With that power, too. I mean, we've never seen anything keep working to the outside and maintain that speed.
Correa's always had that really powerful right side. Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. More traditional serve, not sending it to the outside, right up the middle, actually, with a lot of power. Robin on the catch. Almost. Point and set to Correa and Bueno. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set.
So the Warriors, Correa and Bueno, win the opening set. First time the Warriors have taken one of the opening sets tonight. And still a chance at some points. You know, the Chargers with 3. They haven't won the game day, just tied. That was good enough to secure the #1 seed. But for the Warriors, too, they can come away with half a point as well and move up in the standings. In that race for the #1 pick between the Devils and Warriors, if the Warriors come back and win these last 3 matches and end this game day in a tie, the Warriors will jump up into 5th place and the Devils will slide back down to the 6th, meaning the Devils will be picking first. But if the Chargers win any of these next 3 matches, the Warriors will be selecting first in the Season 10 Battlecourt Draft. Amazing, Stu. I remember the first draft, and here we are. Wow, 9 seasons in. Amazing. Gonna reach a decade. And that team, Correa and Bueno, has been really solid this year for the Warriors. You know, one of their better teams in terms of their winning percentage at 5-4. If they can close this one out, get to 6-4, and not all too bad. Correa's been great value as a 6th-ranked player. Right side, the last couple of weeks, he's really figured it out. And for Bueno, it's been all year. Undefeated in singles, great backcourt support. And Bueno, his day's not over after this. He'll be playing alongside Douglas against Zuleika and Julin in the finale. The we'll see here for the Chargers if they can get back on track. And really, it was just a bunch of missed serves. I mean, not much that you can do when you're missing the serve like that. We'll see if Eggy's a little more aggressive, tries to pick a couple. If you're Robin, just forget about what happened. He played really well in the first match. You just got to forget, wipe the slate clean, and move on to set 2.
Ready to begin our second set. Eggy will have the serve for the Chargers. Eggy, of course, new to the World Jai-Alai League, not entirely familiar. With the
been winning a lot of
matches, but
winning a lot of first sets. He's not used to serving.
Hard serve by Eggy to start things off. You're absolutely right. I hadn't considered that too.
So what happens if you lose a set? I got to serve first. Oh.
Correa on the forehand, powerful forehand. Eggy, eyes on it. 2-all. Out. First point of the second set goes to Correa and Bueno of the Warriors. Correa serves.
Yeah, it's a very defensive rebote. I mean, anytime you're going down to the ground and have to dig it out, more defensive. So he tries to turn it into a shot at the last second. And just, you don't have a lot of control as you go to the ground. Pushed it wide. And Warriors right back out in front to begin set 2.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Powerful backhand. This one caught by Bueno nicely. Scoop by Eggy. Bueno moves up to make the catch. Forehand played deep. Robin takes it in the air. Big bounce brought down by Bueno. Fine catch. Rebote left side by Eggy with control. Bueno moves in. Low and hard. Scooped up by Robin. Juggling on the catch of Robin's second point for Correa and Bueno. Correa serves.
Yeah, and just a little hiccup in that throwing motion. You can tell he didn't have full control. You're going to get the whistle from the judge every time you see that. It's right here, and particularly coming to the right side. That ball's bouncing around. And he must have saw something. I think it was earlier when you saw the ball by the hand.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Double fault, loss of point. Eggy and Robin are on the board with the point. Eggy serves.
Double fault there. Untimely, but still ahead. The serve's been a big weapon. So look, I mean, if you're going to score 5 and give one away, I think you'll take it. But you just don't want to ignite a run because Eggy can get hot and he'll stay hot. We saw in the first match.
Powerful serve by Eggy. Bueno stops it, keeps it high on the return. Robin's there. Robin, powerful backhand. Rebote. Rebote forehand. Caught in the air by Eggy. Eggy back to the inside. Bueno positioning himself to make the catch in the air. Rebote forehand. Scoop by Robin deep in the backcourt. Powerful backhand. Rebote for Correa. Correa again. This one caught by Robin. Bueno on the back wall. Tough catch up high. Eggy makes the catch. Midcourt. Low runner. Will score. 2-2 in the second set. Eggy serves.
Kept that really low, and when you do that, you flirt with the pad. He cleared it just enough. And then you see Bueno. He's trying to move up. He starts really deep, flat-footed, Then he sees that low runner. It gets by Correa. He starts to move there, and yep, in and out of the basket it goes. Trying to catch those low ones. Top of the pad.
Outside serve by Eggy, caught by Bueno. Return into the pad. A third point for Eggy and Robin. Eggy serves.
Yeah, that's the risk with the outside serve. You can find yourself trapped if you don't execute it well, but no guarantee that the next throw is going to score. And you're under such pressure to get that off quickly if you're Bueno. I mean, Eggy's trying to get to the outside. You know he's quick. Just a little bit low.
Yace on the inside will score 4 points for Eggy and Robin. Eggy serves.
Working quickly here. Right back to serve and already into his routine.
Excellent catch by Bueno. Eggy, backhand, little clip. Lands in and scores. 5 points for Eggy and Robin. Possible set point.
Yeah, it's kind of like the backhand two-wall. Again, don't know the intent behind this throw. Looked like it more clipped than was intentional, but still landed in the serve area. Hits the cage, and that point's over.
Excellent catch by Bueno off the hard serve by Eggy. Eggy with rebote inside. Up the wall goes Bueno. He comes down with the ball. Rebote forehand saved by Eggy. Big bounce. Bueno's on the 7 line. Rebote forehand by Correa, back to the side wall. Great catch by Robin. Robin sends it back out to the rebote. Robin calls for it. Ball hits too high, out of play. That's a point for Correa and Bueno.
Well, he will take it just a little too high there. It looked like it caught deep in the backcourt, too, just kind of where it comes down a bit. You got to have impressive that you can get it there, but still going to cost you the point.
Eggy going for the serve has a tip ball. That's a 4th point for Correa and Bueno. Still possible set point for Eggy and Robin. Correa serves.
Now Warriors feeling like they can do it. With how well Correa's been serving, too. I mean, just a good one here, and he could go to 5-5. Oh, but Robin's got it.
Robin with the light touch.
Yep.
And he scores. Point and set for Eggy and Robin. 2 minutes go on the board. Come back, play a third and final set.
Third and final set to decide a winner here of match 4. In this Division 6 matchup, Correa and Bueno won the first, but Eggy and Robin came right back, leading as much as 5-2. Kind of got away from them there at the end, but able to close it out 6-4. Another one of these partnerships for the Chargers that has worked out so well this season. A ton of balance within this Chargers team, too. I mean, you look across the board, all 6 of their doubles teams. I mean, you got Zulaika and Amigarena as a 1, and their record now 7-2 after they won today. Iturbide and Amigarena, one of the best teams in Division 2 doubles, 5-4 record. Then Zulaika and Julian, another team that has, I mean, tremendous potential. You got Zulaika and Julian, both very talented players. They haven't quite put it together, but still, they have 2 matches left, and they're 3-5. Then the 4-team Iturbide and Robin is 7-2. Eggy and Julian just picked up their 5th win. And then Eggy and Robin are 4-4. So you hear the records of all these doubles teams. You only have 1 team right now that's below 500 for the Chargers, and that's 3-5. And Zulaika and Julian, which is a team that I feel like that anytime they step out there and they play well, they can beat anybody. Not many teams that just have the depth that the Chargers do, and it helps. You know, the Chargers didn't have a great season in Season 8. They ended up picking first in the last draft, and that's a big help. They got Eggy with the first pick in round 6, Robin with the first pick in round 5, Julian with the first pick in round 4, and you see this team coming together now, locking up that #1 seed.
Yeah, the Chargers organization rebuilt that team beautifully.
Now a chance to add some more points on this game day for the Warriors here. If they can win this set, keeps their chances at the game day tie alive.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Excellent catch by Robin. Robote comes to the forehand of Correa. He sends it. Robote left side by Eggy. Bueno sends it back. Robin takes it in the air, backhand from the 9 line. Bueno's there. Robote forehand. That save made it to side wall by Eggy. Powerful forehand Robote by Eggy. Forehand Robote now by Correa. Crossing the wall. Robin. Perfect positioning. Fine catch. Backhand. Clips. Goes outside. Correa's there. Makes the save. Eggy takes it in the air. Drop shot inside. Perfectly placed to score. First point of the decisive third set goes to Eggy and Robin.
Set it in his first doubles match, but this is really his shot here from the costado to the inside. When you have such a good 2-ball, you have to have the finesse and the touch to drop it inside like that. And boy, Eggy's found it.
Powerful forehand by Bueno. Caught by Robin. Robote. Robote forehand. Eggy makes the catch midcourt. Back to the inside, stays on the wall. Bueno's there. Robote forehand by Eggy. Well played. Correa cuts it off on the backhand. Robin at the back wall, fires it over the top. Picada stopped. Here's Robin now from the 10 line. Backhand. Caught in the air by Bueno. Bueno outside placement. Lands outside of play. A second point for Eggy and Robin. Eggy serves.
And not going down easy. I mean, Bueno's trying an outside placement from deep in the corner with how well Eggy's defending the outside part of the court. There's just not a lot of space there. Tries to throw it perfectly and put the boundary in play.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Bueno takes that on the bounce. Hired a throw from the right side. Bueno in the corner with a hop. Great catch. And the backhand. Robin powerfully. High and hard to the corner. Out to the Robote. Correa's there. He stops it on the 7. Bueno on the forehand. Bueno on the backhand. To the back wall. Robote coming out. Eggy stays with it. Makes the Robote. Bueno makes the catch. Sends it right back. Eggy back in position to make the catch. Rips this backhand. Robote forehand saved by Eggy. Robin on the catch. There's the carom. Does not open. Stopped by Correa. Correa rifles this one, but Eggy makes a stop. Robote. Eggy on the Robote. Goes to the inside. Bueno. A beautiful scoop high on the left side. Rotate forehand. That scores. Correa and Bueno are on the board with a point for the Warriors here in the third and final set. Correa serves.
And not as much shot-making threat up there for the Warriors, so they're going to have to win these longer rallies. Bueno doing a nice job there, and Correa too. Trying to see if he can add a few with the serve. Well, that one's over.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Double fault, under serve. Loss of point. That's a third point for Eggy and Robin. Eggy has the serve for the Chargers.
Yep. Over serve first time, then you try to take a little off and take too much off and get the under serve. Second time that's gotten Correa in this match. It's just hard to overcome.
Fault over serve. Double fault. Loss of point. 2 points for Correa and Bueno. Correa serves. Saw that yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, or the day before. I know we had a double fault followed by a double fault, which is very rare.
I think it maybe was, or maybe the first day of this week, but the numbers have skyrocketed the last few weeks with the double faults. And
fault over serve. Yeah, and it's strange announcing it that many times as well.
yeah, 5 in a row is a lot, Stu. I mean, I don't know if we've gotten to 6, but that one's good.
There's a catch by Robin. Good serve by Correa. To the corner, and Bueno's there. Big backhand to the back wall. Rotate forehand. Correa stops it. Outside he goes. That lands in and scores. We're all tied up. 3-3. Correa serves.
Wow, and the costado outside placement from Correa. It's more the positioning than how much it opens up. It's right at Eggy's feet. It's hard to adjust to make that catch low, and you see it get by. 3-3 now. We're still in it.
Ace. 4 points for Correa and Bueno. The Warriors.
Only one thing comes to mind when I see a backcourt turn and look for the rebote, and that's Benny.
Yeah.
A couple seasons ago. Oh, and another ace.
5 points for Correa and Bueno. Possible set, possible match point.
But it is totally legal. I mean, it's just the ball can't bounce twice. If the ball goes by you and hits the back wall,
of course
you can throw a rebote off the serve.
In fact, you have to. That's the only thing you're left with.
In some cases like that.
Eggy takes a serve, throws it to all. Correa stops it, blasts the forehand back. Robin stopped that ball on the right side. This point's still going.
That's an amazing
until
catch.
It got tipped.
Wow.
A 4th point for Eggy and Robin. Still possible match point for Correa and Bueno.
Next to impossible catch there for Robin. I mean, it's coming 1,000 miles per hour off the side wall.
And he
to
stopped
his
it.
forehand.
Yep.
And no hint of a juggle. What a catch, what a throw. Keeps the
Bueno
Chargers
from the
in it.
forehand. Robin on the catch. Backhand. Wall to wall. Rebote coming way out. Correa on the rebote. Keeps it in play. Eggy takes it on the bounce. Picava. Oh, what a catch by Bueno. Bueno on the forehand. Ball goes off the tip of Robin Sesta. That is point set in a hard-fought match for Correa and Bueno, winning at 6-4 in the third set.
And the Warriors get their first of this game day and still a chance to tie it up at 3-3. We've got our one and only singles match coming up next. Match 5, Amigarena will take on Manny, Division III singles. Let's check out the game day score reflecting that first win of the day for the Warriors. So, still a chance to end it in a 3-3 tie. They're going to need to win this singles match up next. And also, they're going to need Douglas and Bueno to take down Zuleika and Julian in the finale. But Correa and Bueno gave him a shot. That's all that they could hope for. Take a look there at the standings once again. Already half a point going to the Chargers, so we know they're going to be the #1 seed as we head to the playoffs. Just a matter of who's they'll be playing, really. I mean, we don't know. If the Renegades beat the Fireballs tomorrow, well, that matchup will be set. Then the Chargers will be playing the Fireballs. If anything else happens tomorrow, well, then we're just going to have to wait and see until Tuesday. Tuesday's game day will be the Cyclones against the Chargers. That's when both of those teams will finish up their regular seasons. And remember, that Tuesday game day next week will be the finale in our regular season. Friday, May 1st, we will have a playoff doubleheader. One game day beginning at 3 p.m., the second one beginning at 7 p.m. And then the two winners of those playoffs will meet up in the championship. That will be Friday, May 8th. That is the remaining schedule here from now to the end of the regular season and through to the playoffs until we declare the Season 9 Battlecourt champion. Cyclones looking to repeat. Renegades have 3 championships. They're looking for the 4th, and well, a chance for the Fireballs to hang their first banner as well. And if the Chargers can win, well, that will be their 3rd, and they would tie the Renegades for most championships won in the history of Battlecourt. But we're going to hear from Correa and Bueno over in the cage after that win. Congratulations, guys, Correa and Bueno. 6-4 playing together this season, plus 500. Correa, what was it like playing alongside Bueno this season?
Oh, it's been great. Our chemistry has been great. Last night, we baked a cake for CJ Bueno. Happy birthday. I know he's watching us right now. We made a nice chocolate cake for him. He loved it. So, you know, we've been doing little things like that to just build our chemistry, and we've been better off ever since.
And Bueno, we'll flip it over to you as well. I mean, this has been a good season, 6-4 record, plus 500. What's it been like with Correa?
It's been good, man. You know, we talk about our strategy all the time, man, and like, you know, he played excellent this season, man. I'm happy to be his partner, man. You know, we made the switch, and he played in the front, and he did excellent up there, man. I'm happy to be behind him.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, guys, going off with a win there. Great plan.
Go Warriors.
And still a chance for the Warriors to tie this one. Well, they got Manny coming out here against Amiga Reina, just about ready to begin this Division III singles match. Amiga Reina 2-2 this year. Manny just 1-3. Amiga Reina preparing to serve. We begin.
Amiga Reina from the 9 line to the inside. Manny down low, backhand. Powerfully thrown. What a catch by Amiga Reina. He was committed to the backcourt. There's Manny, committed to the sidewall and the backcourt. Rotate forehand. Amiga Reina, great positioning. Here's the backhand. Manny will pass on the right side and score. First point of this match goes to Manny of the Warriors. He serves. Did I hear something about a cake?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. And there's always something going on with Correa preparing the night before. It's baked Bueno's son a cake for his birthday. If it is your birthday, CJ, happy birthday, but I was just confused.
The ace for Manny off that serve. 2 points. Team bonding exercises, cake making.
That's what it was.
I never thought about that before. Amiga Reina at the 10 line. Here's the backhand. Long carom. Oh. That will score.
Wow.
A 3rd point for Manny. He serves.
You know, and regardless of how Manny is playing, you just don't want to see him in singles. I mean, he's got a habit of staying in points longer than he really should be. And again, he's crafty with the shot making. You know, throw a carom like that, pull it out of his hat. Now up 3-0.
Ball drops low on the back wall and scores. Amiga Reina gets the point. And the serve for the Chargers.
Yeah, I've loved Migarena's play in singles this year. I mean, doing all the right things. His positioning's been great. I mean, he's one of the best catchers on the roster. If you can move to the spot where the ball is going to be. And he's been developing the costado well. You just got to send it to pass here. Get it over your opponent's head, and you'll get those chick-jacks and chulas.
Powerful backhand. Rotated to the outside. 2-all.
Yeah.
Beautifully executed by Migarena to score. 2 points for Migarena of the Chargers. He served.
And right on cue. And that one was even more difficult off the rebote, but just threw it perfectly, had Manny inside, and let the sidewall do its thing. Opened it up perfectly.
Powerful backhand by Manny. Rebote, left side by Migarena. Catch by Manny. Manny sends this one to pass. Dropping. Buck coming out to the rebote. Migarena makes the save. Manny from the 6th line. Migarena stays with it, makes the catch. Powerful backhand by Migarena. Rebote coming out. Catch
Right
by
to
Manny. Manny fire to the inside and score. A 4th point for Manny. Of the Warriors, he serves.
Yeah.
Migarena when the ball doesn't go where you expect it to and your opponent just catches it up like that, it's not as though you give way, but.
I mean, the inside's wide open. He's up at the 4 line. All Manny has to do is flip a backhand in play and the point's over, just like that.
Powerful, powerful backhand by Migarena. Rebote saved by Manny. Migarena advances, takes it in the air. Backhand, lighter touch. Manny reads it, saves it. Floater at the side wall, stopped on the forehand of Migarena. That will score. 3 points for Migarena of the Chargers. He serves.
Yeah, steps in front of that one on the right side. A little bit easier to get the chick-jack and just kill the point in the backcourt when you get it on the right.
There's the backhand by Manny. Rebote forehand for the save. That lands out. Manny has 5 points. Possible set point.
Well, in singles, it's the importance of protecting the back wall. I mean, we kind of gone away from that a little bit more in doubles, but in singles, still prevalent, and you still got to back up and take the ball in the air whenever possible. You don't know how the rebote's coming out. That one was a little dead.
Powerful backhand by Migarena. Rebote to the inside by Manny. Migarena with space and time puts it inside. Rebote. Manny on the run. Takes it on the bounce. He passes. Tries to pass, and Migarena cut it off. Could not make the stop. Point and set for Manny. 2 minutes go on the board. Come back out. Play our next set. I want to clarify one thing with that announcing that I just did. When I said has the space and time, I was referring to he had the space on the court and the time to throw what he wanted. I wasn't going like some direction with,
philosophical or something?
A cosmos. I wasn't going. Yeah, we weren't going anything into quantum theory or anything like that.
That's when you lose me. I start saying the standings, Stu's gone. You hit me with quantum physics and theory, and it's a little much.
Heisenberg's principle, not familiar with it?
No, but polymers and plastics I'm actually quite familiar with, too. I could talk your ear off about that if you want.
Oh, don't get me started on plastics and polymers.
Oh, man.
Thank you, DuPont. Moving on.
I got to borrow that vacuum later. Is that going to be a problem?
Which one, the backpack?
Yeah.
No. Hey, if you're going to vacuum, you can whichever one you want, Andrew. I'll
That's the type of partner Stu is. Always looking out for his guy.
100%.
Best equipment, he's got it for you. Well, Manny and Migarena have played twice, throughout the history of Battle Court, and both wins to Migarena previously. Both matches did go on to a third set. And this is across seasons 7 and 8. The last 2 times they played 6-1 in a first set in season 7 and 6-4 in a third set. Migarena won last season. So Migarena has handled the series against Manny, but it's tough. And Manny is not the guy you want to see when you kind of feel like the game day, it's kind of wrapped up for the Chargers. They've already got the #1 seed, but Manny is a fighter, and he's going to go down to the last point, and he'll keep fighting as long as he has. And he got that first set, 6-3. Couple missed catches for Migarena, though. See if he can get back and force a third set. He begins with that serve.
Migarena serves. Second set has begun. Migarena, great catch. Backhand from the 9. Long carom. Caught the top of the pad. First point for Migarena of the Chargers. He serves.
Yeah, tried to get that one off quick. He made the catch normally and then quick release from sidearm and just caught the top of the pad. Didn't get enough power.
Fault. Over serve. Second serve. Must be good. Here's a backhand by Manny. This one passes. Migarena comes out, tries to make the save. Momentum of the ball. Has it fall short. 1-1. Manny serves for the Warriors.
Well, that's a really good illustration of having to protect the backcourt and the back wall here. Migarena ranging back because he knows if it hits the floor first, not going to be much of a rebote, but then he misread it, trying to get out late. And you can't turn the rebotes from above your head.
Powerful backhand. Robote coming out. Robote saved by Manny. Back to the inside. Migarena, great pickup. Powerful backhand. Robote coming out again. Backhand 2-all. Lands out. Second point for Manny. He serves.
Boy, the backhand 2-all space was there again. Just got to drop inside the court and clipped a piece of the wood. Well thought out. Felt like it was well thrown, but just a bit wide in the end.
Powerful backhand by Migarena. Ball missed on the forehand of Manny. 2-2. Migarena serves for the Chargers.
Yeah, it's a very difficult catch. He's going up kind of blind, reaching up above his head, just hoping the cesta's in the right place, and just caught the frame.
Bote forehand fired. Scoop by Manny. Karam follows and scores. Beautifully executed by Manny. He has 3 points and the serve for the Warriors. That's just so nicely done.
Let's see if we can take another look at that scoop. That was just incredible. Reaching up on the right side and the control there too. You see him breaking the wrist as the ball's approaching. That is an impossible catch. And then to throw a carom afterwards with that level of control, just fantastic.
Powerful backhand by Migarena. Caught by Manny. Migarena winding up. Inside placement. Manny gets there. Stops it. Backhand from the 9. A powerful backhand. Robote goes to the outside. Robote to the inside. Manny stops another one. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Robote forehand to pass. Manny in position, cannot make the play. A hard-fought point for Migarena. He serves.
Finally able to get that chick-chack, and it's been really difficult to pass Manny. How about his range? I mean, he was all the way to the outside on 2 of those throws, protecting against the 2-wall, and was able to come cross-court, make a good catch inside.
Powerful backhand. Caught in the air by Migrena. Rebote 2-all. Perfectly executed by Manny to score. A 4th point for Manny of the Warriors. He serves.
And it's one step that Migrena took to the inside, trying to cheat in, expecting soft touch on the rebote. Manny makes him pay with the 2-wall. And that's how creative he is. It doesn't look like Manny's throwing that at all. It doesn't look like he's thinking about the 2-wall. Then at the last second, opens it up, gets that lead back, 4-3.
Powerful backhand. Caught in forehand of Manny. Manny from the right side keeps it high. Migrena, fine catch. Powerful backhand. Rebote on the forehand of Manny. Does not pass. Migrena winding up, puts it inside to score. 4-4 is the score. Migrena serves.
And I love that shot. Inside the whole way. The last 4 attempts for Migrena have been to the inside. Manny's thinking, well, he's finally going to throw a 2-wall, right? But when he committed, still kept it inside along the side wall, and it scored rather easily.
Manny on the backhand. Migrena's there, takes it in the air. Powerful backhand follows. Rebote to the forehand of Manny. Rebote forehand to the inside. Migrena takes it on the bounce, winds up. Gustavo 2-all will score for Migrena. He has 5 points here in the second set. Possible set point here for Migrena.
And then after scoring to the inside, well, that's when you go with the 2-wall to the outside. And Manny it's hard to commit, especially in singles. You can't cover both. And he's been flat-footed on the last 2. Migrena hoping to get this one to a 3rd set. He's got 2 chances to do so.
Powerful backhand by Manny. It passes. Migrena moves out. Light touch. Manny's on it. Fakes the carom. Inside placement. That scores. 5-5 here in the second set. So it's possible match point for Manny of the Warriors. Possible set point for Migrena of the Chargers. Manny, of course, giving Migrena a salute for making that adjustment. He almost got to that.
Yeah, he did. Such a good fake, though, by Manny. And for just 1 more point.
Powerful backhand. Rotate forehand. Migrena charging, will not make the play. Point set. And a straight set victory for Manny, winning at 6-3, 6-5.
So Manny gets the win there, straight sets in singles, and that's the 2nd win for the Warriors. So they got a chance to tie up this game day at 3-3. Well, they send out Douglas and Bueno to take on Zuleika and Julian. They'll close out the game day. What a well-played match that was, back and forth. But Manny gets his 2nd win and finishes up his singles season.
Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Joe Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop
what an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Joe Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one.
Manny over in the cage after that win. Congratulations, Manny. 2nd win this year in singles. What a tough match against Migrena. What was the game plan for you stepping out there?
Segundo partido de la temporada. ¿Cuál fue la estrategia contra Migrena?
No hay estrategia, es la misma. Echar para atrás cuando tienes la oportunidad de rematar y
There's no strategy. It's always the same thing. It's just throwing a kill shot whenever the chance is given.
Awesome, Manny. Hey, well, you did a great job there. Finish off with a win, and you get your team a chance to tie this game day. Congratulations. Good luck to your team.
Thank you.
Well, it sounded
The ultimate
somewhere
warrior.
in this building as though they were making announcements. I know Miami International is close, but I mean, that sounded like an overhead page.
Yeah, it did,
For someone to pick up the green phone for a message. They still do that.
The green phone.
Will Mr. Blackman please pick up the green phone for a message?
Was that an old thing at the airport?
Oh, stop.
Oh, Stu. All right,
Oh,
let's just introduce this now.
take the
Division
knife
3
back.
doubles, folks.
Take the knife back.
Well, they gave me that set of knives for winning the announcer contest, so I joined the Devils and Warriors. So yeah, maybe you should have done a little better in the regular season, Stu, huh? You know.
They cut through cans.
Zuleika and Julian will take on Douglas and Bueno. You saw the two teams there. The Warriors are playing with a sub here because it's supposed to be Cabrera. Well, he's been out all year, so Bueno, as the next highest-ranked player, comes in to substitute in the backcourt. And let's see. I mean, look, the Warriors were down 3-0, and now a chance with a win here to end this game day in a 3-3 tie. Take home some extra cash for the summer, Stu. You know, that's it. Last game day for the Warriors here. The Chargers still with one left. They will be playing the Cyclones on Tuesday. And we know both of those teams will be going on to the playoffs. Tomorrow night, huge game day between the Renegades and Fireballs. If you're in the South Florida area, might be the time to join us live. Last regular season Friday night. Stu, match number 6.
Thank you, Andrew. Ready to begin our 6th and final match on the game day. Zuleika will serve for the Chargers. Powerful forehand by Bueno. Julian keeps it high to the front wall, plays it deep for Bote coming out. Douglas makes a save. Back to the inside it goes. Julian's there. Bote forehand by Zuleika. Clean miss.
My goodness. Oh, my goodness.
And the
What a
2-all
shot.
scores. First point of this match goes to the Warriors, Douglas and Bueno.
Hit me with the double, oh my goodness. I mean, what a 2-all that was. Douglas was off his footing. Clean miss by Bueno. Didn't have a great look at that ball and just dropped it in perfectly.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good.
And like I said in the first match with Douglas, if we get that version who's aggressive and throwing just crazy shots that score perfectly, I mean, this is very doable. And probably a little more manageable than that Division I matchup, too.
Hard throw by Julian will score. 1-1. Zuleika has the serve.
Yeah, Douglas was out of position there. Bueno was on an island. He was stuck there in the corner, and that ball was approaching. He had one chance at a tough scoop and just couldn't make it.
Couldn't help but be out of position.
No.
So, Julian had that machete out there hunting for heads.
Just clearing some space.
He cleared it. There's a backhand. Caught by Bueno. When it goes high, on the side wall the whole way. Zuleika, powerful forehand rebote. What a catch by Douglas. Split placement, read and stopped by Julian. Excellent catch by Bueno. He read the bounce well, made the catch. Bueno again from the forehand to the right side of Julian. Douglas, Costello inside. Julian takes it in the air. Douglas gets in to the inside to make the catch. Puts it in the corner. Rebote for Zuleika. He blasts this straight to the back wall. Powerful forehand by Julian. High and hard, wall to wall. Douglas sends it back. Julian makes the catch. Powerful backhand now by Julian. Rabote coming all the way out. Douglas is on it. Light touch.
Perfect.
Will score on the second bounce. Well done by Douglas. Douglas and Bueno with 2 for the Warriors. Douglas serves.
And really off the Rabote, Douglas has one shot. It's really the 2-wall. See how Zulaika has so much respect for it. He's starting on the wood. It doesn't need to be the droppiest drop shot. You just got to get it inside. And with Julian hanging that deep,
just
it's the
droppy
second
enough.
bounce to score. And well said, Stu. Just like that one.
2-2. Zulaika serves.
Zulaika, 13th drop shot kill, 6th on the roster, and here he is with a good 2-wall of his own. The front quarter's always got to protect the net. It's kind of on that back quarter to get up there for the drop shot. And without the presence of the Chick Jack and Chula here in doubles, back quarters can be moving up a little bit more than they could maybe the first 2 months of the season.
That ball is tipped at the side wall. A 3rd point for Douglas and Bueno. Douglas serves.
Yeah, well placed.
Hard serve by Douglas, handled by Julian. Low runner, scooped up by Bueno in the backcourt. Julian powerfully from the left side. Outside placement by Julian. Catches the edge of the court and scores. 3-3. Zulaika serves.
When he released it, I didn't know if this ball was staying in. It hits there, opens up just a bit, and man, that is perfect. And a salute from Zulaika in a tie game here at 3-3.
That is an ace for Zulaika. 4 points for the Chargers. It's like one of those bullet trains in Japan.
That was a hard serve, and Bueno moving up on it. Another one.
Excellent catch by Bueno off the blasted serve by Zulaika. Here's Julian. Rabote for Douglas. Interference ruled. The point will be replayed. Zulaika serves. So there was contact between Zulaika and Douglas here. So that's
Right
interference. And then Julian stops his motion. I'm not going for it. He could have stepped up to go for it and kept the point going.
Yeah, and that's not much of an effort at all from Julian. Backed out of the way. Zulaika on the back end didn't go for it. You're going to get interference every time.
Ace. 5 points. Possible. Set point.
Yeah, and those are just vicious serves. I mean, coming in hard, crossing low. Looking for Douglas. I mean, I don't know if he can step in front of one of these, if he can see it.
He'd be better off scooping it than stepping in front of it.
Like, oh my, he caught it.
He got it.
Oh,
Zulaika got it.
And it lands in. What placement by Zulaika.
Wow.
Yeah, you just got to laugh that off if you're the Warriors. Point and set.
Point and set for Zulaika and Julian. We'll put 2 minutes on the board, make sure everybody's okay, come back out and play our next set. You see, okay, so when the ball's coming that fast, you have, sorry, let's talk about a guy who's in the service box. Okay. So when the ball's coming that fast, you have to know exactly where it's coming, because and get your cesta. So sometimes it's here we allow scooping, or what they call bote corrido, taking it on the running bounce of the serve. With that gives you a little bit more space to stay away from the ball. In that case, I don't know how the hell Douglas came up with that ball. I mean, it's just like, bam, this thing landed in his cesta. He flipped it up to the back wall flipped it up to the front wall without holding it. Turns into a Dejada. We'll give him that. And Zulaika was there.
And the placement on the return throw from Zuleika, I mean, think about this too. If that hits the orange pad in the air, that's out of play. I mean, that landed like an inch in front of it, dropped in, then hit the pad. That point's good, and the Chargers take the set.
I totally get it. I'm Zuleika. If I serve the ball that well and someone catches it, one, I'm pissed, and two, you don't. The drop shot, no, I'm getting that.
Yeah.
And when I get to it, watch out. Watch out judges, watch out pads, watch out everything.
The lesser of the pads was in jeopardy there, and boy just got it in.
There is no lesser of the pad. All pads are created equal. On
I just caught myself there, Stu. How could I say that about the pad? We brought up a lot of inanimate objects. The wood today, the pads, getting a lot of shout-outs. It's one of those days.
There's a lot going on this court. There is.
And season not yet over. We're back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. for the Renegades and Fireballs. Then we come back for the regular season finale on Tuesday, 3 p.m. start for the Cyclones and Chargers. 2 game days left in the regular season after this one concludes. And maybe still got a third set. We'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin the second set. Douglas will have the serve. Douglas serves. We begin. Julian on the catch. Low and hard on the return. Caught by Bueno. Julian plays it high to the front wall. Robote comes out. Douglas will score on the forehand play. First point of the second set goes to Douglas and Bueno of the Warriors. Douglas serves.
We had a good look back here. I mean, just took his eye off of it. I mean, that's a common mistake for almost any player. Sometimes you feel like you're in the right spot. You're worried about the next throw. The ball's just not where you think it's going to be.
Catch by Julian. He got that one off quick. Caught by Bueno. Zuleika has on the forehand. Big right side from the 7 line. Bueno to the inside, on the wall the whole way. Arrimada straight back. Here's the catch by Bueno. Julian calls for it. Backhand from the 8. Ball tipped in the backcourt. 1-1. Zuleika serves.
And again, if the misses start to pile up, you're going to see Douglas as aggressive as he can be up there in the front. But Zuleika's really trying to take him out of the point with these serves. I can't imagine. Well, he's setting up for another one. But as you said, Stu, the scoop is probably the easier of the 2 catches.
Ball over serve. Second serve must be good.
Because trying to catch it in the air is, that's almost deadly.
My admonition to anyone who ever plays highlight is always catch the ball in the air. Don't ever.
No.
But
number 1 preacher of the CTFB and catch it in the air.
Yeah. When there's a missile coming at you and you're not exactly sure if it's going to change directions on you, maybe you want to see where it goes first. Powerful forehand by Julian. Robote by Douglas. So calls for it. Forehand Robote. Douglas Robote right up the middle. Julian makes the catch with a hop. Low and hard, headed to the corner. What a scoop by Bueno. Julian on the backhand. Robote forehand by Douglas. Zuleika, beautiful Robote on the left side, and it scores. 2 points for the Chargers. Zuleika and Julian. Zuleika has a serve.
Yeah, I mean, a big Robote, he got a lot on it, but again, the placement is really the key there. It just drops right on the side wall as Bueno's trying to pull it off. It doesn't matter how hard you throw it. If you can place it like that consistently, you're going to score a lot of points.
Zuleika on the catch, winds up. At 2-all, executed beautifully to score 3 points for Zuleika and Julian. Zuleika serves.
One of the biggest rebotes on the roster. Can also cut you up with these shots. I mean, he's back at the 7 line there. Douglas ahead of him. Boy, he's gotten him to open up wide today. He's throwing the 2-wall very well.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Zuleika moving, or apparently moving, or it might just be me, at a little bit of a quicker pace that I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, he seems to be more involved too, but getting back to the service box, I mean, he's walking with a purpose back to it.
Excellent catch by Julian. There's the backhand. Point on the backhand from the 10 line. Catch by Julian. Ball missed in the backcourt. A 4th point for Zuleika and Julian. Zuleika serves.
And look, Bueno doing the right thing, moving up on that ball, but still he has to force to catch that ball low on the right side, and chances are, even if you get there, it's going to be difficult to control. Now opened up a 4-1 lead, and looking really strong, are Zuleika and Julian.
Excellent catch by Julian. Powerful forehand. Played up high. And it scores. That's a 5th point for Zuleika and Julian of the Chargers. This gives them possible set, possible match point.
A chance to win the game day right here. High forehand and crossing on the way back down. That's been all season long. Tough for the backcourters, especially the lower ranked. Gets them there. 5
Point
chances.
on the catch. Julian now from the 8 line. Robote. Forehand, Karam Robote just lands wide. Point, set, and match. And the game day for Zuleika and Julian of the Chargers.
This team rounding into form at the right time, securing the game day win in straight sets, 6-3, 6-1. We will hear from our winners, Zuleika and Julian, over in the cage in just a few moments.
Yo, check it out. Another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet party. That's so meta.
No, that's not meta. That's meta.
You think this is meta? This isn't meta. That's meta.
Hey, what's up, Meta?
Man, you're so meta.
Open the Hard Rock Bet app to see your new promos today.
Hey, another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
Now that is meta.
No, I am meta.
I don't even know which one is the real me. You're Meta.
I'm not even sure what that means anymore.
And let's check out that game day score here, reflecting the 4-2 win for the Chargers. And with that win, they have secured the #1 seed, and I'm joined by Zuleika and Julian over in the cage after their 4th win together this year. You guys are rounding into form at the right time, winning 3 of your last 4. How are you feeling as you guys know you're going to be the #1 seed heading into the playoffs, Julian?
I mean, it's always good to finish the league with good sensations and playing good, so happy. I think the team is in a good position now.
Yeah, and specifically, Zuleika, within this 3rd team, you guys are playing great. Again, 3 of your last 4. What are the expectations as you finish up the season and then look ahead?
The expectations are to continue like that. I think we feel good on the court, playing together. Overall, the team feeling good. So we're looking forward for the next game day against the Cyclones. I think it's going to be Tuesday. Then we're going to have some days to rest before the playoffs. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting week next week.
Awesome, guys. Well, a great start to your regular season, and congratulations on that #1 seed. And we'll take a look at the standings here before we depart, and you're going to see the Chargers locked up into that #1 spot. The Renegades and Cyclones right now tied for 2nd place in terms of points, but the Renegades do own the tiebreaker over the Cyclones. And then you see the Fireballs there in 4th place. going to the playoffs in that game day tomorrow on Friday night between the Renegades and Fireballs. The situation there, if the Fireballs win the game day, they go to 8 points, and the Renegades will stay at 7.5. So that's the best chance for the Fireballs to finish with a top 2 seed. But if the Renegades win, they have a really good chance to finish in second place. It's going to be a great finish to the regular season. One last Friday night tomorrow at 7 p.m. We hope to see you live.